Welcoming you for AIMS June 2020 recall question discussion in microbiology. So these are all the recall questions from the people who attend the examination. As per getting the first hand information, we are discussing on the questions. So the question is current scenario. For making vaccine of SARS-CoV-2, which level protection should be there in the laboratory? So they're asking what kind of laboratory safety level is needed when you are doing making a vaccine for SARS coronavirus 2. Biosafety level 1, 2, 3, 4. So before going to that, we must have a small discussion about how they are assigning the biosafety levels. For that, first they are classifying the organism based on the risk assessment, risk groups. WHO made 4 risk groups based on one is individual risk and community risk. Second one is causing human disease. Number 3 based on the availability of management. For example, risk group 1 there is low or no individual risk and community risk. Human disease least likely. Treatment available. In case of risk group 2, moderate risk for individual, community there is low risk, and human disease less serious it may cause, and treatment available. Risk group 3, there is high individual risk and low community risk, human disease serious, treatment available. Risk group 4, high individual and community risk, very serious disease, and there is no treatment available. So these are all the risk groups. So they classify the organism based on the risk assessment. They're grouping into particular risk group. Next is they're assigning the biosafety level based on the risk group. See, the biosafety level 1 and 2 are basic. For risk group 1 and 2, treatment available. They're using for basic research, routine laboratory diagnosis, primary health, those and all. Biosafety level 3 and 4 are containment. 3 for special diagnostic research, 4th for very dangerous pathogens. We'll see here. Just a nutshell, 1 minute. Biosafety level 1, well characterized agent, they should not cause disease to normal human being, and there is prophylactic drugs and vaccines available. Very simple open bench procedures with basic laboratory practices, wearing gloves, mask like that, aprons like that. Next is biosafety. Agents associated with human disease but treatment available. They has moderate hazard like salmonella, measles, those kind of pathogens. What is needed? BSL1 basic practice along with there should be a biohazard symbol and also limited restriction. There should be a biosafety cabinet needed. Daily you need to do decontamination, avoid mechanical pipetting, and every equipment should be properly maintained. And the person should have a documented training to work in the laboratory, BSL2. And the vaccination needed. Anybody doing hepatitis B, they need to do previous testing. If needed, there should be a vaccination. Next is biosafety level 3. Indigenous or exotic agents, mainly by aerosol transmission. It should cause serious health effects. Disease may be available or may not be available. Restricted access zones, double door entry, first one door, after that one more door. It should be inbuilt autoclave inside. There should be a hand washing sink and shower. And the airflow should be directed. Negative pressure cabin should be there. HEPA filtered air should be there. And the exhaust air also should be filtered. So air entry and exit should be filtered. Next is biosafety level 4. Highly dangerous or life-threatening disease, or we don't know the real risk of the pathogen like that. Example, Lassa fever, Ebola virus, those kind of things. Here it is typical containment. 2% should be there always, not more than 2%. It should be a pressurized containment suit. And it should have biosafety cabinet class 3. and chemical decontamination showers will be there. All liquid should be collected and decontaminated just outside the suit. So this is for biosafety level 4, just for basics. Now, coming to the current situation, if you are working in novel coronavirus 219, or now we call it as SARS-CoV-2, what kind of biosafety level you need? So depending upon the work. For example, process of specimens or packaging distribution to laboratory. Just packing to distribute the laboratory at the collection center, you need biosafety level 2. Diagnostic testing activity excluding culture. Except culture, if you want to do PCR, those kind of things, go for BSL 2. Molecular diagnostic testing, just now I told PCR, go for biosafety level 2. So packing and molecular testing, biosafety level 2. Culture of specimens, you need to biosafety level 3. Apart from that, preparatory work for in vivo activities like vaccine preparation, neutralization test, those kind of things, you need biosafety level 3. Next is processing positive cultures for packaging and distribution to the labs, you need biosafety level 3. No confusion, packaging specimens, we don't know it may be positive or negative. Packaging specimens, we need biosafety level 2. For packaging cultures, isolates, we need biosafety level 3. Hope it's clear to you. Next is coming back to the question. So after the discussion, making vaccine of SARS coronavirus 2, which level protection should be there in the laboratory? So directly can come to answer. We are using propagating methods. We need to do culture, we need to isolate, neutralization test, many things we need to do. So we need to have biosafety level 3 for preparation of vaccine. For molecular testing, we need only 2. So what is the source? So the laboratory biosafety guidance related to coronavirus disease COVID-19 issued by WHO, latest version 13th May of 2020. It says non-propagative laboratory work like nucleic acid amplification test, you need to have BSL 2. But in case of propagative work, for example viral culture or neutralization test, should be conducted in a containment laboratory with inward directional airflow. That means biosafety level 3. Hope you people enjoyed this video and the discussion. Thank you.